Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, thank you for joining us. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. I'm sure you guys can see that I'm filming at night. I haven't had time, my days has been hectic, but yeah, I hope everyone is keeping safe and following all the lockdown regulations. I hope you guys are wearing your masks, sanitizing and washing your hands because COVID-19 is like really hectic. So in this video I am discussing the Royal Mistress trilogy by Takalani M. I've actually noticed that most people don't have all the books. Most people only have like the first book. So if you don't have the complete trilogy, please do go through the author's website. She's currently running specials and combos. I will leave the link to her website on the description below. So the first book of the trilogy is The Royal Mistress. I hope you guys can see this clearly, but yeah. And the second book is Adelaide. And then the third book is The Rival. This is what happens when you borrow people your books. But anyway, yeah, this is the third book, The Rival. So I really enjoyed reading all three of these books. I'm glad that they are not standalone books. They are all actually quite well written. They would have done well as individual books. So just to give a little bit background about our author, Takalani is a mother and she has a son. She is from Venda, which is in Limpopo province, and this is actually where her story is set as well. She started writing actually on Facebook, and when she saw how people reacted to her story, she then decided to actually turn it into a trilogy and actually publish it. I actually did another video 2 weeks ago about Facebook diaries, how most authors start writing on Facebook, just to test the audience and everything. If you never watched that video, I will also leave the link on the description below. Please do check it out. So yeah, let's get to today's review. I really enjoyed reading all three books. I love the writing style. It's very flowy, easy to read, descriptive, and I love how each character, the important character, they all get their point of view, which I think makes it easy for readers to actually connect with the characters. The characters in the story are well developed and very relatable, which actually makes the story both plot driven and character driven. Even though there's like one character that I wish the author actually developed more, like maybe we get to know more about her, because I think she's very unique. And yeah, there's just something about that character, but I'll get to that when I start reviewing the book. So the Royal Mistress, I'm sure you guys already have an idea. It's that the story is about royalty and about mistresses. Being born royalty means that there's a certain way that you need to live, certain standards. There's things you can and things you can't do, and there's rules and traditions that you need to follow. So it's usually not easy on the youngsters, because they wish they were like commoners, live freely and do whatever you want. But unfortunately for them, that's not how life is. So starting with book one, in the book one we meet a 30-year-old doctor, Mula, who is also a prince from one of the villages in Venda. So at the beginning he's actually having dinner with his parents. This is not a normal dinner that you usually have with your parents. In this dinner, his parents are telling him that it's actually time. It's time for him to take over the throne. So, he's debating with them that he's not ready and everything, you know, like in a good manner, don't want to disrespect your parents, but you know, he's like laying for them that I am not ready for this. I still have a life that I want to live, kind of delayed and everything. But anyway, they've already chosen a suitable princess for him, so lobola needs to be paid and everything. So his father is having none of his excuses, you know. So he leaves his parents on the table just to go to the men's restroom. This is where he meets a beautiful young Ria. Okay, I know you're thinking this is another Cinderella story, but this is slightly deeper. But anyway, he meets Ria and they connect, you know, have a small conversation, they connect and everything. And doesn't pay that much attention to it, but anyway, she did warm his heart, if I can put it that way. But anyway, yes, the dinner is done and he eventually got to get her name from the lady at the till when he's paying the bill from the dinner. So Ria lives with this friend of hers who, I'm not sure if I should call her a clairvoyant. She got visions and her dreams usually come true, so she like have episodes and stuff. Actually, Zolega is this character that I wish that the author developed a little bit more, because I think we could have gotten like more of her. She's like a very unique character. So her friend tells her that I had a dream about you and you met a man. You know, she laughs at this, but then deep down she knows that her friend's dream usually come true, like 98% of the times. But anyway, she tells her that, okay, listen, I have to go back home because there's problems. Now her friend suddenly changed moods, and you know, she then knows that there's something's up. And then eventually her friend spilled the beans, said, I had a dream about your father last week and your father passed away. So now life changes for Ria because her father was married to a stepmother. And obviously now that she's got back home, and then things are not easy for her at home, unfortunately. She doesn't get along with her stepmother. So what she didn't know though is that she is actually from the same village as the prince that she met in the bathroom. So now, you know, fate is taking its course. So I'm not gonna dwell much there, but the story proceeds, and then they eventually, Ria has to leave home because of the fight that she's having with the stepmother and everything. And then her last hope is actually going to Mula. So you know, they meet again, things just develops from there, they get into a relationship. And but now Ria doesn't know that Mula is a prince, and that Mula actually has a bride that has been chosen for him. So now he's keeping a secret, which is not a good thing because secrets are not good relationships. This is where we get to meet the princess Rochi. I hope I'm pronouncing these names right. Rochi is a carefree, young, wild princess. So Mula organizes for Ria to actually stay at his sister's apartment. The girls get along very well, and then she's like cool with her brother dating this girl, and everything just goes well. So the story proceeds. We see them develop feelings for each other. We see them loving each other truly. And then the fiance, a chosen princess, comes to the picture, but then we also learn about her that she's got her own secrets, which you will find out when you buy the book, which made her agree actually to be arranged to marry Prince Mola. But her family doesn't know that, and obviously Mola also doesn't know that. But you know, we see all these characters developing, we see all the challenges, we see how Mola and Ria's love grows, and then eventually she finds out that he's a prince, and then he tells her that no, I want to be with you and everything. You know, it's get messy. She's hated by the royals, but she doesn't understand why they hate her so much. Also, Mullah doesn't understand why his family hate her so much. You know, he knows that she's a commoner, but it sounds like there's a deeper secret or something. But anyway, yes, there's a secret which I'm also not gonna tell you guys and spoil. But the secrets run deep. But we follow their love, we follow them fighting through everything to be together. We follow Rhea being thrown out of the royal house, and all the hateful words that she received from everyone from the royals. And you know, we get to where we meet Joseph, who is Mola's uncle, who actually tells him, you know, something that he never thought of before, that, you know, you can actually have a royal mistress, you know, marry this girl that is chosen for you, but, you know, still have Rhea on the side. So that's when we start being introduced to this whole royal mistress thing. But anyway, no, he doesn't want that. He wants Rhea only. He doesn't want this girl that's been chosen for him. Story continues. There are new characters emerging. One of them, who is Linda. Linda is like not my favorite character, by the way, but yeah, so we meet all these characters. Linda is a nurse, so when one of the nurses, if I'm not mistaken, from their local clinic in village gets sick, Mula actually comes and stand in for her. So this is when Linda develops feeling for Mula. So now she also wants him, but now she doesn't know that Mula has Rhea. So now this is where all this gets complicated, because Linda is the go-getter. We follow our story until when the chief, Mula's father, gets sick and he eventually dies and everything, and then there's a will reading. So this is when things goes left, because not only the family learns that the father also has a secret, which I'm also not going to tell you guys because that would spoil everything, but the will is not how everyone wants it to be. You know, everyone has opinions and arguments, so everyone is not happy with the way that the chief set up his will. So the most standing out thing on the will is that the chief actually gave his daughter Rochi an ultimatum of how she will actually access the trust fund that he left for her. So this is now the transition to book 2, because book 2 is now based on this ultimatum. So, you know, we get introduced now to a new prince, which is arranged to be married to Rochi, and then we also get to meet a young successful woman by the name of Adelaide. So, you know, Adelaide meets Rowezi, and she gets fond of him, and you know, she likes him and everything. Rawenzi is a successful businessman slash prince whose business is actually going through a rough patch right now, so he kind of like needs money and all that, but I'm not going to dwell on that. So Rawenzi and his family actually goes to meet the Ranchalis, which is Mula's family, because now Mula's sister Rochi is arranged to be married to him, Rawenzi. Unfortunately, Rochi just tells him that I do not want to marry you and everything. So, you know, he's just like, okay. You know, he doesn't give up, but he doesn't dwell on it. So he now meets this young woman, Adelaide, who he pursue a relationship with, until the two of them actually have a relationship and everything. But now when their relationship is actually getting more serious, Rochi changes her mind. Now he wants to marry him. So now will Adelaide accept that the prince now is going to leave her to marry a princess? So now we follow their story. Their story is actually complicated, but we follow their story of how she deals with being a commoner who is in love with a prince. Prince Rawenzi ended up living a double life. I'm not gonna tell you guys more about that as well, but he, you know, he finds out the real reason why Rochi now changed her mind and wants to marry him. And an interesting part about this book is that we also learn that Adelaide is actually Linda's sister. Linda is from book one, the one that also wants a prince. So now it's two commoners from the same family who wants to be with royalty. So we get more drama now from this book because now Rochi wants to be Rowenzi, and also Adelaide, being backed by his sister Linda, also wants to be with Rowenzi. So we follow the story until when something interesting happens and Ria and Rochi ended up being arrested. So that's how our book 2 ends, and then we transition to book 3. So on this book 3, we find out how desperately and how much Linda wants to be part of the royal family. But now I'm gonna just dab a bit to book 1. One of the royals that hated Ria now is teaming up with Linda to help her actually marry Mola and be part of the family. Even though Linda is also a commoner, this elder from the royal family actually prefers Linda to be married to Mola than actually Ria, because of the secrets that I didn't tell you guys about that you'll find out when you read the book. We learn how much obsessed and desperate Linda is to be with Mola. She doesn't care that Mola loves Ria. She wants to be by his side. She wants to lead the villages with him. You know, she just wants to be his one and only. We see her take extreme measures which involve witchcraft and everything. We see her betray her family just to be part of royalty. So in this book, we also see Mola developing a much stronger backbone, trying to, you know, protect Ria that he loves so much, and also please the family and also please the village and everyone. And all in the process, he actually proves how much he loves Ria. He doesn't care what everyone say. He doesn't care what problems they're gonna face together. He just wants to be with her. And in this book, this is when he's actually going to be crowned a chief, and he wants to marry her, you know. So also we get revealed some of other secrets from the royal house, which makes it not easy for Mola to actually sit on the throne. Get to see a deep unconditional love for a commoner by royalty. So yeah, I really enjoyed this trilogy, and I really recommend that you guys get it. You will absolutely love it. And I'm gonna give it a 4.8 stars because I hate Linda. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you really enjoyed this review, please give this video a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends. And yeah, so I will see you guys on my next video.